The 206 Christmas protocol, while everyone else is stuffing their faces and making excuses about how they'll start next year, you're gonna do something different. You're gonna use this time, you're gonna weaponize it, because here's what most people do during the holidays. They check out. They say, "Ho, it's Christmas, I deserve a break." They eat everything in sight. They sleep in, they let their discipline slip. And then January hits, and they're starting from zero again. Actually, worse than zero. They're starting from negative because now they've got to undo all the damage they did during their little vacation from accountability. Not you, not this year. The protocol says Christmas doesn't get to derail you. The holidays don't get to be an excuse. This is actually when you pull ahead. This is when you separate yourself from everyone else who's using the calendar as a reason to be weak. You think champions take December off? You think the people at the top of their game say, well, it's the holidays, so I guess I'll just abandon everything I've been working for? Hell no! They see an opportunity. While everyone else is relaxing, they're working. While everyone else is indulging, they're disciplining. While everyone else is sleeping, they're getting better. The 22 Christmas protocol is simple. You don't stop. You don't pause. You don't negotiate with yourself about whether you deserve a break. You keep going because momentum is everything, and the moment you stop, you lose it. And getting it back, that's 10 times harder than just maintaining it. Let me ask you something. What are you really celebrating? Are you celebrating another year of settling? Another year of not living up to your potential? Another year of making excuses and playing small? Because if that's what this year was for you, then what exactly are you toasting to? Or are you celebrating the fact that you still have time? That 22-6 is right around the corner and you're gonna attack it differently? That you're done being the person who talks about change and starts being the person who embodies it? The protocol demands honesty, brutal honesty. Look at this year, really look at it. Did you do what you said you were going to do? Did you become who you said you were going to become? Or did you let life happen to you while you sat back and made excuses about timing and circumstances and all the reasons why it wasn't your fault? Because I'll tell you what I see every single year. I see people making resolutions on January 1st. Big declarations, big promises. This is my year. New year, new me. And by February, they're back to exactly who they were. Why? Because they never changed the fundamentals. They never changed their daily habits. They never changed their identity. You want 22-6 to be different? Start now. Not January 1st. Now. Today. This moment. Because January 1st is just a date on a calendar. It's not magic. It doesn't transform you. The only thing that transforms you is the work you do every single day. The Christmas protocol says you train during the holidays. You eat clean during the holidays. You wake up early during the holidays. You do the work during the holidays. Not because you have to, because that's who you are. That's your identity. You're not the person who takes breaks from discipline. You're not the person who needs external circumstances to be perfect before you can show up. You're the person who shows up regardless. Yeah, your family might not understand. They might say, come on, just have one more drink or just skip the workout. It's Christmas. And you know what you say? Nothing. You don't explain yourself to people who aren't on your path. You don't justify your choices to people who aren't committed to their own growth. You just do what you do and let them think whatever they want to think. Here's the thing about discipline. It's not something you can turn on and off like a light switch. Either you're disciplined or you're not. Either you're committed or you're not. Either you keep your promises to yourself or you don't. There's no, well, except during the holidays, or well, except when it's inconvenient. Your mind will try to negotiate. Just this once won't hurt. It'll say, you've been good all year. You deserve this. It'll say, everyone else is doing it. And that's when you need to be stronger than your mind. That's when you need to remember that what you want most is more important than what you want right now. Think about next Christmas. Think about where you want to be. Think about the person you want to be looking back on 2026. Do you want to be that person who let the holidays derail them? Do you want to be that person who had another year of unrealized potential? Or do you want to be that person who stayed locked in, who didn't waver, who actually did what they said they were going to do? The protocol isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about showing up even when you don't feel like it. It's about doing the boring work when everyone else is partying. It's about understanding that success isn't built in the big dramatic moments. It's built in the small, unglamorous, repetitive actions that nobody sees. You're going to fail some days. You're going to have moments where you slip. You're gonna have days where the old you shows up and tries to reclaim control. That's normal. That's expected. The protocol doesn't demand perfection. It demands that you get back up. It demands that you don't let one bad decision turn into a bad week, a bad month, a bad year. Most people, when they mess up, they use it as an excuse to completely abandon their goals. Well, I already ate the cookies, might as well eat everything else. Well, I already skipped one workout, might as well skip the rest of the week. That's loser mentality. That's the mentality of someone who doesn't respect themselves enough to get back on track immediately. Mess up, acknowledge it, learn from it, move on. Next decision, next meal, next workout, next moment to prove to yourself that you're serious about this. The 20 Christmas protocol is about using this time strategically. While everyone else is getting weaker, you're getting stronger. While everyone else is losing ground, you're gaining it. While everyone else is making excuses, you're making progress. And when January hits and everyone's scrambling to start their transformation, you're already weeks ahead. You're already building momentum while they're trying to find it. You don't need motivation. You need to remember why you started. You need to remember that feeling of looking in the mirror and being disappointed with what you see. You need to remember that feeling of knowing you're capable of more, but not doing anything about it. You need to remember that feeling of watching other people succeed while you stay stuck. Use that. Channel that. Let that fuel you when you don't feel like getting out of bed. Let that push you when you want to skip the workout. Let that guide you when you're tempted to eat garbage. Because that pain, that disappointment, that frustration with yourself, that's your fuel. That's your reminder. That's your why. The protocol demands you think long term, not just about next week or next month, about next year, about 5 years from now, about the person you're becoming through these choices. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you're voting for your future self. Every time you choose the easy path, you're stealing from your future. What are you choosing right now? What are you voting for? Are you voting for the person you want to become, or are you voting for who you've always been? Your daily choices are telling the truth about your priorities, not what you say, not what you claim to want. Your actions, your actual behavior, that's the truth. You can lie to everyone else, but you can't lie to yourself. You know whether you're doing the work or just talking about it. The Christmas protocol says no more talking, no more planning, no more, I'll start next week. You start now, you commit now, you become that person now. Not the person who waits for perfect conditions. Not the person who needs everything aligned before they can begin. The person who starts messy, starts imperfect, starts scared, but starts anyway. Because here's what nobody tells you, you're never gonna feel ready. You're never gonna feel motivated. You're never gonna feel like the conditions are perfect. If you're waiting for that, you're gonna be waiting forever. The only time you have is now. The only moment that matters is this one. So what are you gonna do with it? Are you going to waste it like you've wasted so many others? Are you going to let another year slip by while you stay the same? Or are you going to decide right now that enough is enough? That this is where it changes? That this is where you become who you've always known you could be? The protocol is simple, but it's not easy. Nothing worth doing is easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it, but everyone doesn't do it. Most people quit. Most people give up. Most people settle for average. And that's exactly why. The few who don't quit, who don't give up, who refuse to settle, they win because they outlast everyone else. You don't have to be the most talented. You don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to have every advantage. You just have to be willing to do what others won't. You have to be willing to work when others rest. You have to be willing to sacrifice when others indulge. You have to be willing to be uncomfortable when others choose comfort. That's the 2026 Christmas protocol. That's the edge. That's how you win. Not by being perfect, by being relentless, by showing up every single day and doing the work, even when it's hard, even when you don't want to, even when nobody's watching. This is your time. This is your moment. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop waiting for motivation. Just start. Just do the work. Just become the person you keep saying you're going to become. The protocol has been laid out. Now it's up to you to execute it. Nobody's gonna do it for you. Nobody's gonna hold your hand. Nobody's gonna make it easy. It's all on you. It always has been. It always will be. What are you gonna do about it?